How many times do I need to film the intro for it to look natural? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I forgot my intro. If you're new here, then hello, nice to meet you. My name is Saffron. So it's back to school season and I am sadly no longer in school. I have always wanted to do like a back to school what's in my bag video, but I don't know why I never did one, to be honest. Like, why am I only just getting around to it and I'm not even in school or college or university anymore because I am old. I mean, I'm not old, but I feel old. So today, if you couldn't tell by the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be showing you what is in my, excuse me, if my light does this the whole way through, then it's plugged into my Switch dock. So the setup's a bit janky because I couldn't bother doing the tripods and stuff. So if that keeps going off, then excuse that. I'll try my best to keep it well lit for you guys. Anyway, what was I saying? So because I'm not in school or anything, why did I say that so weird, or anything, I want to show you what's in my work bag. So I haven't really been that open about my job, and not for really any reason in particular other than when I first started I was like a little bit embarrassed, but like I'm not embarrassed anymore, so it's all good. Well, actually, no, I am, because when I see everybody who I used to go to uni with doing all the university stuff, it's a bit annoying. But I mean, if you saw my last video, then not my last video, if you saw the video about Leeds Fest, then I actually got free entry into Leeds Fest because of working where I work, so that was quite good. I don't think I've told you where I actually work. It's not even like a big deal. Like, I'm hyping this up way loads and it's not even. Anyway, basically, I am a crew member at McDonald's. Yes, so glamorous, Saffron. I know. But, you know, life is how it is. Anyway, and so I don't really need to take a lot with me to work, but I'm a Virgo, so I overpack with everything. And so I thought I'd just show you like what's in my bag, some tips about what to bring in a work bag, and just general insights of being a crew member at McDonald's. I'm honestly so sorry about this light. Like, I don't know what else to do because I don't have a plug to plug it in. Maybe I do. Hold on one second. Hello, I'm back, and I do have a plug because it's actually from my bag, which we'll get to in a second. So before I get into my main bag, I lied. I have actually two work bags, so we will go over my bum bag first. Right, let's just put that there for a second. So this is my bum bag. Y'all thinking, Saffron, what are you doing? Why have you got a bum bag for work? Right, and I'll tell you why right now. So basically, right, my uniform, and I'll point down here because my uniform's on the floor, like in a pile. So the pants, here's my already behind the scenes tea for McDonald's workers. Basically, the work pants don't have pockets. They have pretend pockets, but they don't have pockets, and I assume that's so the crew don't like put the phones in there or like, you know, sneak stuff in there, which I don't know why you'd like sneak a nugget or something, like maybe sauces, I don't know. But basically they don't have pockets, and so when I'm going to and from work, the only pocket I have is like if I'm wearing a hoodie on the front, but it's like easily can drop stuff out of there, and the amount of stuff I have wouldn't fit in that pocket anyway. And also if it's hot and I'm not wearing a hoodie or a coat or anything, then I don't have any easy accessible pockets. In winter, I don't really need to use my bum bag because I last winter got a coat with like loads of different zips everywhere, so I was like, oh, I need this zip here, zip there, everywhere. It was so cool. And then so most of my stuff that I had in my bum bag I could just have on my person rather than like in a bag. So I'll just explain what's in this bag. It's changed a little bit because I've been using the bag for just, I use the bag all the time. my pride and joy. I actually love this bag so much, right? And it's not even anything fancy, and I wear it around my waist, but when I went to Leeds Fest I had it like this, right? Because that's how the cool people do it. Anyway, so yeah, I use this bag all the time. So the back has recently changed, but not really that much. Anyway, so there's a back pocket, which is just a zip, and then there's a main front pocket. In the main front pocket, it opens just like, oh, like a mouth. The first thing that fell out is tissues. I have my, I don't want to say Holy Trinity because I feel like that might be really offensive, but if people are not being offended, Holy Trinity of things. So it's a packet of tissues. Also, disclaimer, I am Catholic and low-key religious, so I don't feel offended with that. So I'm sorry if I offend you with what I'm saying, but anyway. So I have my tissues, even if I'm not off to work, even if I'm just going anywhere and I have a pocket and I'm just leaving the house, I will take these 3 things with me, other than my phone, obviously. So I have a packet of tissues, I have hand sanitizer, and I'll have a pocket mirror. These 3 things, if you know me, I have on me at all times, like pretty much all the time. So yeah, these are like my go-to things. And you'll be thinking, why have I got a mirror? These are like a little bit obvious, you know, but why the mirror? So tissues, you blow in your nose, right? Then you're wiping your hands. Then you gotta check, right, your face for all those, you know, nasties that you've left behind. So that's why I have my mirror. It's also good just like if I've got makeup or if I'm without makeup and I'm just checking, just to have a little quick glance in your mirror and then put it straight back in your pocket. So these 3 things are very useful, but I also feel like I'm strangely attached to them, because when I say, when you know me, you'll know I have these, because I've been carrying these 3 things around with me since year 7 of high school. Like I started a pocket mirror thing way back in school, and I used to be like literally sat at my desk and just like nearly every 5 seconds, because I was so self-conscious. But it also became like a really weird habit where I'd just like check my face like all the time. And then my friends back then, they were like, Saffron, why do you look in your mirror all the time? And I'm like, it's a habit, so leave me be. Anyway, maybe don't get addicted to your mirror as much as I used to be. I'm not as bad anymore. I'm mainly just looking at it when I'm blowing my nose, right? But that said, these 3 things in combination are very good for on the go. And you only need like a tiny little hand sanitizer that'll last for ages, a packet of tissues will last for ages, and your mirror. This is my work mirror, because I'm not bothered if like I drop it and it smashes, because it's really old. But I have like a nicer, fancier mirror. I feel like I have spoken way too much about the most basic things, but the most passionate products I have in my bum bag, and you all need to know about it because they're very good. Anyway, we're finished with those. So the next, probably most important thing I have, and this is so stupid because I leave the house more with those things and find those more important than I do with my next thing other than my phone. Because if I'm going out, like just in the car somewhere with Nathan and like going to the shop or whatever, right, I can pay using my phone, so I don't need my purse. And it only really comes in handy if I need my ID, because everything that's in my purse is on my phone, I think. So yeah, it's not really necessary, but I take it obviously as backup and ID and other stuff like that. So I'm just going to take my bank card out so you can't see that one. So this is my purse, and it's so tiny and cute. Actually, it's a bit chunky because there's coins in there, so you know. I used to have a bigger purse and it was like more clunky, and fitting it in your pocket was really difficult, and it didn't really fit in here either. And when I saw this, I don't remember if I said it was from New Look, but it's from New Look, So when I saw this in New Look, I was like, oh my god, I need that. It's like so cute, and I can just fit like, there's like a card slot in the back. That's where I put my main one by itself, and then there's like there's actually a picture of me and Nathan in here. How cute, right? And then I've got my loyalty cards for various places. I also have my Crohn's urgent card thing. It's technically out of date because it says valid until 2020, which is like nearly 3 years ago. But 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. But I keep it in my purse because, one, if anything bad was to happen to me and I was like in the hospital or anything, then people will know I have Crohn's, and so obviously they can like look into that, whether it's causing why I'm poorly, or they can look into medication that I might be on or anything like that. But also this is on the back, and so I've never had to use this and don't plan on using this because my Crohn's is like quite under control. But it's an urgent can't wait card, and so for people who have Crohn's, they have to go to the bathroom quite regularly and urgently, hence the urgent can't wait card. And so if you show people in shops or businesses or anything, they are supposed to just let you use their toilet facilities because you have Crohn's, and it's like a disability thing. But I've never had to use this. I hope I never have to use it in the future either, but it's just something that I have on me. It's mostly to tell people that I have Crohn's. I also have in my purse, this is like a what's in my purse now, but I also have my infliximab card to go alongside this to show anyone who might be a doctor or anything that I'm on infliximab, and it just tells them, I'm covering the front, it's got my details on it, but you kind of just open it up and it says my allergy, which is azathioprine, which I don't know if I spelled it right, but they'll get what I'm talking about. That's in there. And then my vaccination card and my, however you pronounce this card, that implant thing, to remind me when to change it. There's no reason to keep this in my purse, it's just so that it's in a safe place. I then have my beautiful is it even focusing, provisional license, and I don't know why I still have this in my purse, but I also have my student card, maybe to get sneaky discounts on nights out, because if you show your card it's like, I'm a student, and then you get in for cheaper. But I've never actually done that, but that's there for now. In the middle is just like coins and just money. People know what money looks like. I feel like that was way too much information about what was in my purse. So the next thing I have is my Samsung earbud things, those ones. And I don't really use them very much, but they're very useful for on the go because they like literally are so small, like can fit them in there so easily. So the only time that I'd really use them would be like on the bus or during my break. But on the bus I've started napping, so I sleep on the bus. Yes, I am one of those people, don't judge me. But on a morning on my way to work, another Crohn's thing is I try and get as much sleep as I can. So my journey's pretty long, so I have time to like have a bit of a rest, like rest my eyes. And sometimes, honestly, if I'm tired, I will be catching flies really bad. Actually, this one time I remember it was on my way home actually, and I was like just like sleeping, just chilling out. And then this woman got on the bus and she said to whoever she was with, and she's like, that girl's sleeping. And I literally woke up and was like, excuse me. I didn't say excuse me, but I looked at her and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it was actually the funniest thing. Like, I didn't like laugh out loud, like I was in my mind laughing, and I was like, bruh, like it was just so funny. Like, kind of had to be there, but it just made me laugh because I was just like just chilling and she just said it out loud and it just made me laugh. It made me laugh more about how she like was apologizing for it. But anyway, back to the earphones even. Really small, compact, fit in your bag. The battery life lasts for ages, and Sometimes I use them on my break if I'm like trying to watch a video, but I like to be aware of my surroundings, so I don't often use them. Another thing in here is my lip gloss balm, whatever it is, this stuff, Carmex. When I first ever had this, I hated the taste of it, and it still to me tastes nasty, but it does make my lips very nice, juicy, luscious lips. Another thing about sleeping on the bus is I have to apply this after the bus, because if I apply it before the bus and I am sleeping, my mouth will open more easier. So I have to apply it when I get to work, because that is so embarrassing. Like, I'm literally asleep like on the bus. I mean, I'm so sorry. No, I try my best to keep my mouth closed, but there has been times, and it's more often when I'm wearing lip gloss than it is when I'm not wearing lip gloss. So I apply that when I get to work. Anyway, then there's two more things in this bit. So one of them is from work and not put in there like to go to work, but there is a salt sachet because I had an extra one and I just threw it in. And then if I have extra, I don't just throw them in the bin, I like keep them for next time, because then if I can't be bothered getting up, I'm like, oh, just got one in my bag. So I just, because if you didn't know, if you work at McDonald's, you get free food, fee break. So I always have like McDonald's food. And there's been times where I've been on like a day out, or like I've been out somewhere and like, oh, this kind of needs sauce, or oh, I need salt. Like, I've got some in my bag, because like I said, I use this bag, and so I leave the sauces in there, and it's like, oh my god, I've got sauce when I need it. Anyway, so the last thing in this pocket is my chewing gum, which there'll be more chewing gum in my big bag, spoilers, but I have this, so like if I can't get to my bag or whatever, then I just use this chewing gum. And that's it for this pocket. Then there's the back one. I'm not going to go through it as much and as thorough as the other one, because like I said, this is not really what I use for work, but it's just in there now. So actually there's like a little prayer card, because like I said earlier, I am religious. So, well, I'm loosely religious, but I'm also suspicious, so I don't want to be against religion and then have bad things happen to me. Therefore I am religious because I want good things. Anyway, there's a mask, because even though we are not really in COVID times anymore, there's often times where I will go to the hospital to have my bloods done after work. Like, I'll take the blood form to work with me and get the bus there, and you still need to wear a mask in the hospital, so that's why there's a mask in there. And there's like bobbles with clips and stuff. Other stuff that isn't really for work, but I'm just gonna leave them in there, is there's plasters, which actually can be for work, but you have to use blue plasters when you're in work, so I don't really need those either. There's cough sweets, calms tablets, paracetamols, wipes, sanitary products, and that's all in the back. So time for the main bag. This bag is also right, excuse the fact that I'm wearing joggers, but I've done my hair and makeup, like, so you're not meant to know that bit. Anyway, this bag is literally, I love this bag, right? And it's so basic, just like the basic Vans bag, right? But I got this as my school bag in sixth form, and it's literally, other than one thing which I'll tell you in a second, has lasted me that long, and I love it. It's like a timeless design as well, so it matches everything. It just goes, and it's very, I like it. It's my thing. So I've had it a long time, but I still love it. The only wear and tear it has is the strap on the back. I'm exposing myself right now. I could have just got a new bag, but I didn't want to. Also saving the planet by, you know, not throwing myself away. I sewed this part back on because you'll also maybe notice that this side is more floppy than like this side. This is more rigid, this one's more floppy. Because I'm a right-handed queen, so I use this side way more. And I do very much use it like this too. But you can even see on my my body that this one's more padded than this one, because I use this one like way more, swing it round like, and so it's kind of like nearly, I keep looking here because I'm recording my phone and I'm looking at the screen, so apologies. But I've literally had this bag for ages, and that's why the strap is like squidgy. Anyway, I'm going into way too much detail about all this stuff, but I'm a passionate person and I like to explain myself. So on the outside of the bag, first of all, there's a front pocket and a main pocket. There is some hand sanitizer on the zip, but I don't really use this one that often because I have the other one in my bum bag. And I can't remember if I said this, but a lot of the stuff in my bum bag, I said because I didn't have pockets, but it's more stuff that I need then and there. So like my tissues and like my mirror, and like I put my phone in there as well. It's like an on the go thing, so that if I've got my bag on my back, I don't have to like take it off and rummage inside, and it's like easier just to have it right in front of me. So with that being said, let's look inside the bag. Let's do the front first. I have more chewing gum, which is, in my opinion, the better of the two, because this is nice chewing gum, it's good, but this one is so minty fresh, it's like so nice, right? And also not a lot of people like the really strong chewing gums or mints, and so not everyone asks me for a chewing gum because they don't like the strong ones. So that's a tip. If you can handle the strong ones, handle the strong ones, because then not everyone will be like, oh my god, can I have a chewing gum? I remember that at school, you'd take chewing gum and you'd have none left because every single person would be like, can I have some? Can I have some? Can I have some? So you just take the really strong ones because everyone's like, I don't like them, I don't want them. Well, they're not for you, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I have another packet of tissues, backup packet, because your girl has a runny nose. So this is a fresh packet which I've just put in there, but I get a very runny nose like all the time, so I have this, and then I have this one, just, you know. I also put what I'm about to show you, these in here when me and Jasmine did a YouTube video, and I just left them in there because you never know when you just need some plastic gloves. So I don't have any intention of using these gloves at all, like at work, outside of work, I don't know. But my mind goes into those scenarios where it's like, but what if I have something gross stuck on my shoe or on my pants and I need to like, right? Or I'm just like, oh my god, this person's like bleeding out and I need to like apply pressure, but I don't want to get blood on my hands, right? You know, I've got gloves. So maybe they're not good for first aid because they're definitely not like clean. I mean, they're not dirty gloves, but they've been in my bag. So, you know, maybe not that, but just some rubber gloves. I don't know. Anyway, right. I have another hand sanitizer which is nearly running out, and I put this in my bag because, well, I got a smaller one. Like, I had a different one since then, but there wasn't much left, but I didn't want to throw it away, so I have it in my bag and put the smaller, newer one in here. Anyway, my logic sometimes doesn't make sense, but that I still have that. Then I have more throat lozenges because the ones in my bum bag were not in my bum bag, and this is literally unpacked from when I went to work, by the way. So I also have different soothers from last time I had a cold, apparently. Then there is a little brush which is very cute. Look at my little brush. You broke my brush, you broke my glasses. Anyway, it's got some bobbles wrapped around it, so in case I need like emergency bobbles, right? Because you obviously have to have your hair tied up. I also have some spray which I actually need to get some new spray or something. This has not got very much left, but this spray is not for me to spray on myself. It's actually emergency toilet spray because I don't know how many times I have to say in this video, I have Crohn's and emergency toilet spray, and I don't have to use it a lot. Like, I'm so glad at work that I'm fine, but I take spray to work for the bathroom just in case, because there'll be one time where I don't take my spray and I'll have a Crohn's issue and I'll be like, why did I not bring my spray? Anyway, that's there for that. Then on the topic of Crohn's spray, a tiny little bit of this is left over too, actually toilet spray. So you spray this into the toilet, and then this is for the room, and those together are my Crohn's anxiety products, which I never ever use. Watch, I'll have jinxed myself now next time I go to work. I do not claim that energy. Anyway, those are some of my Crohn's anxiety reducing products. There's like some smaller pockets in the front pocket. There is some paracetamol, and I had to swap those out because some of them were out of date, but then I've put different ones in there now. Oh my god. More bubbles. Oh my god, I'm like discovering stuff about my own bag that I completely forgot about. A more disposable mask. There's a different lip balm. There's so much rubbish in here, I can't even code, right? Then, when you thought I didn't have enough preparation already, I was literally getting roasted the other day for how prepared I was. But it's an anxiety thing. Like, I like to be prepared and have backup things. I have backups of my backups because I'm so nervous about not having something when I need to have it. And I often have to throw stuff away because they expire and stuff like that. But I've had this wallet. Obviously, the stuff inside of it has been like changing, like I said, when it expires and stuff. I've had this in my bag. It might have been a different bag, but the concept of a Medipack, which if you're a Tomb Raider fan, you'll get it, or like any other gaming fan, you'll get it. Like, the idea of having a Medipack in my bag, I've been doing literally since year 7. I've had tissues, mirror and hand sanitizer along with this. Has been my comfort thing to have in my bag. Like, even if I use other ones that I put in my bag because I'm like, for example, sanitary products, if I need those, I will stock my bag up with extra ones, even though I have these in my bag as my backup. Like, people don't understand how much I need to have my stuff, because I probably need to go to therapy about it, but therapy is too expensive, so here I am. But I can't be bothered opening this. Basically, it's got like plasters, chewing gum, which may be out of date, but I can't bother checking, but I use my other one anyway. Sanitary stuff. Those are probably KFC wipes, which maybe really dried up, and another mirror that's exactly the same as my other mirror. So that's in there. That's it from the front pouch. See, my nose is running right now and I haven't even done anything, so maybe I'll just have to get back in a minute. Okay, we're nearly done. If you are still here and still watching, thank you so very much, and comment down below, I'm still here, and I will know that you made it this far. So time to look in the main pocket. It's like quite a big bag, but there's not like that much in there. Ooh, sneak peeks. So it doesn't really get filled up to the top unless I've like been shopping or something. The sneak peek that you just had, the first thing that is in my bag is my work hat. And that's because obviously I'm traveling to and from work. I don't wear my hat like on the bus, and I just take it in my bag with me. Let me just try it on for you. Actually, I do have my hair in a similar style. My bun would probably be lower down because when I put my hat on, it like, the back bit needs to stretch down. So, oh yes, this looks fabulous. I kind of like, I've got makeup on, but normally I don't have makeup on, and I pull it like down to my eyebrows like this because it looks really nice with this getup and my makeup and my extreme lipstick. But this is how it looks. Let me pull these bits out. Ow. Okay, that's not really that much better, to be honest. And at work, I'm not allowed these little bits because you've got to have a hairnet. So, what do we think? Also, this bit like sticks out because I tightened it, and I can never put the thing back in there. So, we've got my hat. Just let me take that back off. Right. Then the other work, like more of an essential, like literally when I said at the beginning of the video that I don't need to take a lot to work with me, I'm just an overpacker. There's literally probably about like 3 things out of my bag that I actually need to take to work with me, other than like sanitary products and stuff like that. So there's my hat. The next one is my apron. Now I keep it in a bag, so like when I'm finished at work and it's got like sauce or anything on it, I can just put it in this bag and then put it in here, so then it doesn't get like gross stuff on my bag. This is the apron, and it smells like work actually. When I'm at work smells fine, and then when you come home and your uniform just smells weird. But this is what the apron's like. It's got a little thing for your badge, the same as the uniform, and that's basically it. It's an apron, right? We use these for the main menu in the kitchen area. So for breakfast we use a different like blue apron, and then for mains we use these ones. And I very rarely have to use my apron because I'm normally like on front or like on drive-through or something like that. But yeah, I still take my apron in case they need me in kitchen and I can help out and just put my apron on. So the next things in my bag are sort of a bundle, and that is my portable phone charger and my cable. So I have 2 lightning cables, and I have one permanently like down the side of my bed, but then I have the other one permanently in my bag. There is normally a plug in my bag as well, and I can't show you because that's the plug I ended up using for my light. So I normally have the wall plug, the cable and the charger, and the charger's just like easily like on the go and everything like that. But my overpacking self brings a wall plug too in case, and can just use a wall plug. Anyway, I also have a umbrella. I don't really often use umbrellas that much because I'd rather just like have my hood, and when it's raining it's normally windy, and so these just get blown all over the place, and so I don't really like to use umbrellas that much. However, with my work uniform, the pants get soaked through really easily, and I think it's like to do with working and like being hot and stuff. Like it probably makes sense that they are breathable like that. But this one time it was raining really bad, and I was walking from the bus stop, which is not even far from my house, literally around the corner. Walking from there to my house, they got soaked, and they were stuck to me. I was like walking like this into my house, like it's like so gross. I literally like no one was home, and I literally had to take my pants off downstairs and put them like by the washing machine and just go upstairs with like no pants on because, well, obviously my underwear. But I was like, this is so gross. It felt horrible. So my umbrella is to be like a shield to the rain because like they just get wet really easily. They probably dry fast, but I wasn't gonna just sit around in my pants just to wait until they dry. So I have an umbrella. Then I have just some body spray, and this is Lynx, which I've had for ages, and I don't use it like in my everyday life. I just put that in my bag because it's spare. I have 2 reusable shopping bags with me, both from when I used to live at uni, because there's a Morrison's nearby and I go in there way too often and buy stuff that I don't even need. But when stuff doesn't fit in my bag, I have extra bags to use. The other stuff, this is where my overpacking thing shines even more. Some of the stuff is Crohn's anxiety, and some of the stuff is purely workplace grossness that can happen, or like if my pants split basically. So I have basically a change of clothes, because I have black leggings for in case my pants split and I'm still at work and I can't go home on the bus with like my butt like peeking out of my pants, right? So I have black leggings. But also, this one time with the shake machine, I like pressed the button and like something weird happened with the machine, and it just went like that, like out of the machine, and I got like drenched with like, I don't know how many times I said like, but with shake stuff. And this is why I think somewhere in my brain that I know that the pants dry quickly, because that happened to me, and then I kind of went to dab them off and they were already somewhat dry, but yeah, they still had shake stuff on them. But just in case anything like that happens, or for some reason I have the anxiety of like, what if someone's sick on me, and it's like I can't function while someone's throwing up. So yeah, got some pants. And then to go with that, I just have like a t-shirt that I don't wear anymore, just for a full outfit change. No socks, but you can kind of go home without socks, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't really need the t-shirt, but it's like in case something happens on... I do need the t-shirt, because for the same reasons of the pants, that might happen to my t-shirt. So I've got leggings and a t-shirt. And then the last thing is this plastic bag. Now, this is more of my... I'm a bit embarrassed to talk about, basically. But the plastic bag, inside, it's actually got... Oh my god, I do actually have spare socks in here. I've got some little trainer socks, which are a pair that I don't use very often, so they can just be in there. Trainer socks, full outfit change. You're thinking, Saffron, where is your underwear if you've got a full outfit change? I actually have some underwear as well, because now this is into the extremes, and I don't want people watching this video to think that I literally poop my pants on a daily basis, because that has never actually happened. But Crohn's anxiety, I have... The outfit is also for Crohn's anxiety, the pants is for Crohn's anxiety, but also period anxiety of, you know, like if I need to change my pants. This is more of an invasive topic than I thought I was going to get into. I was literally in a back to school life video, you know, work bag. Anyway, I'm just being honest with you, because what's the point of doing a YouTube video about what is in my bag if I'm not going to be honest? And I think people out there would be like, oh, I've never thought about taking some spare pants in my bag. That's a really good idea. So for all you people that I influence to bring any of this stuff, you are welcome. It is actually useful. Anyway, it's not been proven to be useful yet, but I just know it soothes my anxiety. Anyway, panties, bye, right. Then, for any dirty clothes, I have another carrier bag, which is just like folded up. That's for like your dirty clothes. And then I also... Work is usually... Okay, why did I just say that? Work is usually okay for having toilet roll, but I just bring my own toilet roll because no, my legs are getting tired, so ew, let me just blur my foot just then, like we're not looking at that. I see, this is the same toilet roll I've had since the start. I've never had to use it, you know, everything's been fine and dandy. However, circling back around to Crohn's anxiety is that what if they don't have toilet roll, or what if their toilet roll is that nasty like thin stuff that workplaces and schools have and stuff like that. So again, I'd like to repeat that my Crohn's is fairly like under control, especially when I'm like at work and I'm in the mindset of I can't eat or drink this stuff because I'm gonna be working. It's like in my mind I like to just just in case, have these things, because I will be so annoyed at myself if I ever needed them and they weren't there. Like, that's happened to me with like smaller things. So imagine like my stomach's playing up or something, it's like, oh my god, why did I not bring my toilet roll? But like I said, work's pretty good like with having stuff like that, so it's fine. And I also don't want people who I work with to be like, oh my god, she must toilet so much at work. No, 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 no. Girl, girl, girl. That's where I leave that conversation, because girl, just girl. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've gone way down a Crohn's rabbit hole, but that is just my truth. So I know I was like, girl, that's not me using the toilet at work, right? I just want to put out there that if you have to use the toilet at work or wherever you are going or whatever or anything like that, then I'm just being silly. Like, of course, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like, I, of all people, cannot judge for anything like that. Okay. I've rambled on way too much, right? My throat is like dying because I've spoken about all my stuff, right? I almost forgot to include two very important things that I always take in my bag, and that is my water bottles. Now, when I say two, I use one water bottle for actual water and one water bottle for my pop. So this is my water bottle, which I take to keep hydrated and, you know, like make sure I'm feeling good and healthy. Not healthy, but like making sure like I don't get a headache or anything like that. So I bring a water bottle for during the work hours if I'm going to get a drink. Then I also have my juice bottle with like a cute little straw for on my break, because I can't drink any of the drinks that McDonald's offer during my break, or I can't have a lot of them early on in the shift because of my Crohn's. And then Oasis I don't really like, but I also think I can't have that either because I trial ran that the other day and I don't think that went well, to be honest, but I don't know. Anyway, that's TMI. But so I bring my own drink with me to drink during my break because I can't have the other drinks, which is really sad because I get free drinks and can't even have a coffee or anything. So yeah, I also basically McDonald's works on like a 4-point system, so like with your break you can have like 4 points, basically like main, side, drink, whatever else. But because I take my own drink, I can get a brownie because I haven't used all my points, so that's big brain. Also, if you do work with me and you see me drinking those little cups, what we do offer, I would like to just clarify, I have tiny little sips near the end of my shift because I feel like people might think I'm lying. It's like, oh, I can't drink those drinks. Can I go grab a drink from my locker? But, right, I am telling the truth. I just would like to clear that up because I do bring this and I do sometimes have a little bit of sip of like Coke Zero, but literally before I'm going home. So I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. Right, I promise. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just trying not to get cancelled, even though I don't know. Can you get cancelled from work? You can get fired, but you know. I am rambling. I am hungry. I am tired. I need to leave. So yeah. Basically, to sum up the video, I just thought I would show you all that stuff so that people might get more ideas about what they can put in their bag, things that they might not have thought about, like if they're nervous about going to work or starting college or sixth form or anything like that, even school, like a lot of the stuff that I've shown you I used to have in those years as well. Not like so much the change of clothes, because like at school I was too embarrassed to bring like a change of clothes, and like that'd be too much stuff because you've got like your books and everything like that. Yeah, like just starting a job and you might have crones as well. Like if you've got crones, comment down below, because like let's get a little crones community going, or any other like illnesses or anything like that, hidden disabilities. But like, oh, also if you have disabilities or hidden disabilities or anything like that, tell me down below about what anxiety reducing or just general everyday stuff you put in your bags to help you with your disabilities or illnesses. Like that would be interesting to me. Leave comments down below, I'd love to read them all, about like what you bring and everything like that. Also, if you work at McDonald's, tell me any like stories that you have about your workplace, that'd be interesting. And yeah, I hope the video was interesting. I enjoyed filming it. I've been wanting to film it for a while, and I feel like I might just have exposed myself a little bit, but it's worth it if it was interesting and fun to watch and people benefit from it. So moral of the story, don't be embarrassed if you have to take emergency things to wherever you're going. And yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm off to go eat my tea because I'm hungry and wipe my makeup off that I did specifically for this video. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, then hit subscribe and the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Here is my social media, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.